Alright, time to start reviewing every single episode of Donkey Kong Country. Here goes. Bad Hair Day starts off with Cranky Kong playing the piano so well that he doesn't even need to use his fingers. Cranky then introduces us to the Crystal Coconut, and whoever possesses the power of the Crystal Coconut is basically the ruler of Congo Bongo. As it begins to zoom in, we get our first glance of Donkey Kong, where we get a little too much of a clear view on his backside, in my opinion. Just a little too much information there. We are also introduced to our main antagonist, King K. Rool, or K. Rool as everybody calls him in the show, whose mission is to steal the Crystal Coconut and defeat Donkey Kong once and for all. But shortly after, Cranky senses evil afoot and we get our first real shot of King K. Rool. That, marching looks a bit too familiar. King K. Rool's army start to attack Cranky's hut, as Cranky calls upon our two heroes, who are participating in an elevator gag. You gotta love that monkey hijinks, folks. It's some really funny stuff. Once DK and Diddy make it to Cranky's hut, they once again use that hilarious monkey hijinks to get rid of King K. Rool and his army. But not for long, as King K. Rool hatches another plan to steal the Crystal Coconut. A plan which involves cutting the top of Donkey Kong's hair off, resulting in his muscles not being able to work properly, resulting in less strength. Back with our two heroes, we see Donkey Kong fantasizing about his love interest Candy. We then get our first real view of Candy while Cranky Kong is sneaking in a barrel on a conveyor belt. We are unfortunately then introduced to this fucking pervert named Bluster Kong, who's like hitting on Candy and she's clearly not interested, and it's really fucking weird. Donkey Kong thankfully shows up really quickly after, and they both end up getting rejected. Silly monkeys. Now back with King K. Rool. He returns to his lair to see the minions have finally finished building the Candy Bot, the robotic clone of Donkey Kong's love interest that will get close to him and seduce him into cutting his hair. Honestly, the face of that thing kinda looks like Dexter. Back with DK and Diddy, the robot shows up and cuts off DK's hair, resulting in him losing his strength. Oh no! After getting another uncomfortable ass shot, Cranky Kong calls upon DK and Diddy to take care of King K. Rool and his henchmen once again. But because Donkey Kong has no strength left and Diddy does jack shit, King K. Rool is able to steal the Crystal Coconut, leaving Cranky in despair. But a miracle arrives as Funky Kong arrives in his airplane to take Diddy and DK to a banana island. When they finally arrive, DK eats a bunch of bananas. Yup. Meanwhile, back at Cranky's hut, we see Candy being given a potion that will restore Donkey Kong's hair and strength, with that fucking pervert standing right beside her. Candy and Bluster end up somewhere in the middle of the island. Bluster becomes thirsty and without thinking of the consequences decides to pour the drink out on the ground out of spite. This guy's a fucking dick. But the tree sprouts into a big magical tree with magical bananas. Diddy squirts one of these magical bananas into Donkey Kong's mouth and his strength and hair are restored. DK flies into King K. Rool's lair, kicks the magic coconut back to where it belongs, and defeats King K. Rool's guard. Back with DK, he sees Candy coming up to him with a present. But what's this? The robotic Candy also comes to him with a present? There's two candies. How's DK gonna get out of this one? Well, he ends up picking the robot one by mistake, thinking it's the real Candy. And the real Candy gets pissed at him. DK ends up going to kiss the robot anyway, but the robot ends up exploding, and oh. I don't think I could show that on screen. For our first episode of the series, this starts off pretty well, filled with monkey hijinks, a decent plot, and some of the finest characters this side of the Congo Bongo. I'm giving this episode 6 out of 10 on the banana scale. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next review.